UnArt Television is reporting today from Cologne Tzunami Club on 19th November 2012. The reason is a live gig of the band Scarlet Soho and the release of the new EP Solo Ko. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So hello, James and Scarlett. What does a listener expect on your new EP?
It's more of a, I think, a grown-up sound for us a little bit. The last album that we did was quite sort of dancey and quite upbeat, and this is a bit more of a ballad, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's more strings, and even though it's electronic, there's some elements of, well, I guess there's strings and some classical sounds.
A bit more of an epic.
Yeah, I mean, we just wanted to experiment with something new for one or two songs, and then, yeah, we'll keep the old style as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, but this is just something we wanted to try.
This is the second EP after another.
It's the second EP this year.
Yep.
Yeah. We had one in May, which was called When the Lights Go Out.
Yep.
And we did a video with that, and yeah, this is the second one, and then I think we'll maybe plan an album for next year.
For next year, okay. You've made a video to the song Solo Caro. The people can watch it on your website and on YouTube. How did you get the idea of the name Solo Caro on the box time video?
Yeah, well, the concept for the song was kind of not about anyone in particular, but it was the idea of someone repeatedly putting themselves in a situation where they repeatedly keep falling down. So, you know, when everyone does it, where you really believe in something, you really want to do something, but it's not always possible, but you do it anyway, and then it's like a huge mistake. And Solo KO kind of is about that in so many ways, but the idea of getting boxers in the video was the whole KO is a knockout in boxing, and we really wanted to kind of work with the imagery between people falling down.
It's something we've spoken about for a long time, actually, working with boxers or wrestlers or kickboxing or something like that, because it's quite an iconic image, and you know, like for years we've been talking about it, and it's really nice to actually have the opportunity to finally do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel yourself with these feelings to get KO?
I think we have done in the past.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I think being in a band is a testing business these days. And yeah. So it does sometimes feel, you know, some days you're really up and some days you're down.
Yeah.
And and I think sometimes you just do need to get up and keep trying, you know, because there's always, I think for bands there will always be hardships or problems, but
highs and lows.
But yeah, I think the pluses outweigh the minuses if things are done correctly. So you just need to keep trying.
Okay, yeah, that's right. In one interview in 2009, I've read that you do you see some more difference between your producing in UK and producing maybe in Germany? Is there anything new for you now? Or?
Is this what the production of the music?
Yeah.
Our previous albums, we worked with a country producer, which was interesting, making electronic music with a country guy.
Okay.
But it had a style, and but we wanted to work with some people in Germany who we'd met on tour, like previous tours, and usually at every different concert there's someone that comes with an idea. Can I make a remix, or can I you know, can I have a go at mixing one of your tracks?
Yeah.
And we met this guy, Graham Laybourne, who he lives in Hamburg, and he's worked with some brilliant bands, and I really like the way he mixes music. So, I mean, when we had the opportunity to do something with him, it was a big test because we didn't know if it would work, but it did, so it was cool. But yeah, I think he's put a slightly different sound to our music, and yeah, it's a bigger sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe in the never-ending sounds and styles of the 80s, or like the vintage and old school songs? It does not sound too negative, because I love this. I love this kind of really in these times. Why do you believe and do it with these vintage elements?
We've always been big fans of kind of synth pop, I guess. Yeah, always been big fans of synth pop, and a lot of the songwriting seems a bit stronger, I think, from around that era. Sort of bigger choruses and sort of catchier than a lot of the stuff that's around.
Bigger melodies.
Yeah.
More memorable.
Yeah.
You know, and that
maybe
kind
it's
of
a little
thing.
bit more bombastic and kind of I don't know.
But
yeah.
I think it's
Well, just maybe just like the old the wall of sound of the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we answer this question quite a lot, and I think because we go and play live in the way that we play live, I think, you know, sometimes we play in a small club where most of the bands are a heavy metal band or a punk, or a punk band, and I think that because we take the show to a club similar to this, sometimes people think, oh, they don't see it every day, you know, it's something new.
Yeah.
Which, when people ask me the question about the retro sound, I find it really interesting because I wouldn't. Someone like Coldplay does. Nobody says this is a retro sound.
Yeah.
You know, but it's still like U2 or
that's right.
You know, it's but when you play with synthesizers, it's always retro. You know? Always. So yeah.
Now with this analog, this of course. Yesterday you've played in Belgium. How did you feel today? Was it
A little tired, but okay.
Yeah.
It was an interesting show. It was on a boat,
Yeah, we played on a boat.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
which is amazing. And it was the first time we played a couple of the new songs as well. So yeah, it was a good start to the tour. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Belgium's very different to Germany. The audience is quite different, but yeah, once you figure this out, it's okay.
Yeah. It's more the people in Belgium more mixed than in Germany. The genres.
Yeah.
You see many people with colors. One question on internet: is it a bless or a curse for Scarlet Soho?
I think a bit of both, to be honest, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's quite easy now to build a. Well, it's getting easier to build a fan base, you know, Facebook and things, but because the sites people use keep changing all the time. That makes it difficult, because I remember the time when MySpace was the best.
Yeah.
But now nobody uses MySpace. So if you
3.1 MySpace. Wow.
Yeah.
But if you commit a lot of time to MySpace, it's wasted time now, because you see. So
That's right.
So I guess, I mean, maybe one day Facebook will have a big rival, and everyone will move on again. But for now, Facebook works.
And Twitter as well.
Twitter's good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we found it really good for promoting the live gigs and the releases.
Yeah.
And sharing the video as well. It's been a great tool for that, definitely.
Okay. One question your website. Your website is a little bit minimalistic with informations.
Yes.
We change it sometimes. You've got your dates on it. It's graphically fine, but a biography also.
It's a weird...
You want one?
Yeah. I want one because your material, your songs and your material sounds very interesting, and I know that many people were looking for bands for the biography because they want to know where it all begins, and WebWiki and so on. And I found some information on Master Records.
Major Records.
Major Records. Yeah. Sorry for that. Major Records. Yeah. And do you change it sometimes?
The biography?
No. The information's on your website.
Oh.
We could do, I don't know. It's one of those things where we like the idea of being a little bit anonymous in a funny kind of way.
I mean,
we've sort of put a lot of things about in the past and almost just want the music to stand up by itself now, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I
thought it a little bit, so I asked you.
I find it difficult to know which language to put it in, because we play everywhere, you know, and we haven't got a German site and we haven't got a Dutch site, and so I mean, I guess English would make sense, but we do so many shows in Germany now that
more so than the UK.
That maybe I'm not sure if it should maybe be in German or...
No, I think it would be better be in English.
Okay.
Well, I love to read some information. I love it.
Okay, I'll send you some.
Thank you much. One private question I ask all musicians and artists.
Yeah.
If God would stand before you and say, shit, I've made a muck with mankind. Could you help me, give me an answer? What can I do better? What would you answer?
Oh, God. That's a difficult one. That is a very difficult one. Jim?
I'm lost.
I mean, war's quite a good thing to get rid of.
Yeah.
Any kind of prejudice, I think, is quite important to get rid of. But then, if you just end up getting rid of everything, you've got nothing left. So, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Very tough.
Yeah,
But I think your answer, I get lost. It's red.
I wouldn't know where to begin in fixing the ills of the world.
I think maybe if people were a little more thoughtful, there wouldn't be quite so much stuff going wrong, I guess.
I think people should get free healthcare.
Yes, that's a good point.
Free healthcare, free dentistry, everything free.
Yeah, that's great.
I think that's a great idea. And when I'm in charge, I think there should be no tolls on roads. You just drive wherever you want, not pay. I think it's a more thing. I'll let you know, because there's got to be more to life than this. There has to be.
Okay. Yeah. So, what is planned next? You've told me at the beginning of this interview that it's planned the new album for next year, maybe autumn or summer, or it's no timeline.
I'd like to think maybe April or May.
April.
So it's ready before the festivals.
Yeah.
But we shall see.
Yeah. It's hard to keep a timeline, but we'll try for May, I think. And then back to Germany in May as well.
It's important we'll stay in contact for this, and we like to inform our listeners and users for this. And you're playing this evening here in Cologne, Tzunami Club, and tomorrow you're playing Scarlet Soho.
Yes.
Well, we'd like to say toi 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 and wish you all the best for this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And we'll keep in contact. Thank you for this interview.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you.